Hi, good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm here again from the Redeemed Christian Church of God, Kingdom Life Convocation in Botry. My name is Yetunde Elebibon Craig. I'm here to share with you my reflection on the Word of God that we're listening to at church today. So today is a part 4 of our series, Jesus, the Light of the World. We continue to look at the revelation as one of the attributes of the light. The text that we used today was taken from the book of Matthew chapter 2. I'm just going to read briefly from verse 1. Just some verses there. Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea during the reign of King Herod. About that time, some wise men from eastern land arrived in Jerusalem asking, "Where is the newborn king of the Jews? We saw his star as it rose, and we came to worship him." The first question that jumped out to me after reading this was, why did he have to take some wise men from the far east to announce to the people in Jerusalem that the King of Jews was born? I don't understand. Jerusalem was closer to Bethlehem. We couldn't find anybody from Bethlehem, couldn't find anybody from Jerusalem, couldn't find anybody closer, couldn't find anybody from Egypt. But far east, that was where wise men came all the way to come and worship the king that was born. There are so many lessons to learn from here. I don't want to believe that the star of Jesus was actually hidden from others, but only revealed to those people. No, I don't believe that. What I think actually happened was that a lot of people saw that star, but they ignored it. You see, some people even saw it and knew that this is a peculiar star. Just like you and I, sometimes we see certain things, but we just don't act on it because we are not convinced. Now, what's the level of conviction that will take men to abandon their day-to-day activities, abandon their businesses, abandon their families, abandon, their neighborhood, and go on a journey? If you calculate that journey, because when Herod started killing children, the Bible recorded that he killed from age 2 downward. So it must have taken the wise men 2 years to 2 years fro. That was a journey of 4 years. What could convince men? Not one person. Because easily, if one person have the idea and didn't share with somebody else, there's a high possibility of it actually coming to fruition. But by the time you start sharing, however great your idea is with some people, other people, they will discourage you. Because they just don't see it. But what will take not one man? The Bible said men. We didn't know how many. Even though when we were younger, we used to think that there were 3. But the Bible did not say that there were 3. There could be more than 3. There could be less than 3. But it wasn't just a man that came. The fact that they gave 3 gifts doesn't mean that each one of them carried 1 gift each. We really don't know. But the bottom line is this. They left all. And they were looking for a king that was born. He hasn't started to reign. Remember, they went to the palace of the reigning king to look for this king that was just born. Look at the inconvenience. Some of us, I was discussing this morning that if I had to say tomorrow or next week we are going to trek 30 minutes to church, how many people will not be inconvenienced for that? By that. Even when we're in the presence of God, we're already in that church. To kneel down, to worship God, to do certain things will be a big ask. How much more? The Bible called them wise men. Wise men are not poor in those days. At least if they were poor, they wouldn't have anything to give. So apart from all of this, there are so many things that we need to learn. The most important of them is that, what are you doing with the revelation that God has given to you? The fact that you're not hearing God doesn't mean that He's not speaking. It's only because you're not tuned in. And sometimes we expect God to speak to us in certain ways because some people have shared their experience with us. You may not be able to prophesy. Even though it's possible, the Bible says that in those days, But how about the dreams that you have? What do you do about your dreams? When we have bad dreams, we go into fasting and prayer. At least most people. Some people still will not do anything. They will say dream is just dream. But most people will act on it. But when you have good dreams, what do you do about your good dreams? If you read from our blog today, I said something like that. The amount of prophecies that some of us have received in our lives, we shouldn't be where we are. If we are going to judge by that. But the reason why we don't see those prophecies come into life is because we don't do anything about it. When we receive all this wonderful prophecy, oh, it shall be well. Don't even talk about men of God anymore now. Let's look at the prophecy. All the prophecies in the Bible. All the ones that God has. At least we believe God, that God is God and he doesn't tell lies. So it's possible for you to say that maybe a prophet is trying to lie to you. But how about those ones that are here? The one that says he shall be the head and not the tail, above alone and not be beneath and all of that. What have you done? Are you the head? Our situation, our circumstance is not ruling over you. Are you actually sure of that? Because we don't do things. We don't do anything about prophecies. We don't do anything about dreams. We don't do anything about the revelation that God has given unto us. So seeing alone, revelation is nothing if you don't act on it. And acting might not be that effective if your acting is not based on divine instructions. Remember when the wise men, when they branched and diverted into the palace of Herod, they would have ended their journey there. As I was meditating on it, I was thinking that Herod is a very, very powerful king. A king that will order children to be killed and nobody will say anything. No, there wouldn't be any standing up or fighting against it. That is a very powerful king. Why did he not say, I forbid you going anywhere, stay here, and send his own men to go and look for Jesus? Maybe the angel of the Lord would have reached Joseph and Mary and say, carry the child to Egypt before the wise men were able to get there. Their mission would have been aborted. Some of us in life, diversion has cut us short of the result we're supposed to get. Do you also know that the treasure that they were carrying, they could have dropped it at the palace? Because in those days, you don't go to the palace empty-handed. You have to go with a gift. As big as Solomon was, as wealthy as he was, nobody went into his presence empty-handed. They brought things to him. I mean, like wonderful gifts. Silver, gold, so many things. And even those days, some of us, some things that we meant for God, we give it to men of God. Don't we? We want to do something, want to sow something into the house of God. But just because, God won't see us and say thank you. And God won't talk about it at the pulpit. But men of God, they will mention it. Then we use the gift that is meant for God. We use it for human beings. I pray that God will help us in Jesus' mighty name. I don't want to take a lot of our time. I just want to encourage us that during this period of Christmas, please let's keep on reflecting on the reason for the season, which is Jesus Christ. We are going to be fasting and praying the last 3 days of the month, which is 29, 30, and 31st. Please join us. We will send information about the prayer line. We will be praying into the year that God revealed unto us about 2020. We're going to be receiving instructions from God about what God expects from us or his plan for our life for 2020. And I pray that God will help us in Jesus' mighty name. So take care. God will bless you and see you next week. Bye.